three players, and we'll give you a little bit of time to transition out to the field when we have guys out there. But start with questions for Cam.
How you guys doing?
Good, thanks.
Good.
How's your summer?
It's great. It's great.
What did you work on?
Got faster, stronger. Coach Campbell's been putting us through it in the weight room and on the field, but I think this team we've just been attacking the weight room and the conditioning, getting in shape and stuff like that. So that's few things we've been working on.
How did the off-season training compare to maybe previous years, and how might it have been different or more challenging?
Yeah. This offseason has been probably like the most grittiest offseason I've ever had here in terms of the workouts we've been doing, like just been pushing us to the limit, testing our like maxing us out. But it's like, I just say that grit, just trying to test that and see what the team we're made of.
Why do you feel like Coach Campbell wanted to do that, and what do you think the benefits will be?
Yeah, I mean, it's never been like, we've always been an athletic team, and it's just now turned to just like just testing that grit level, like, you know what I mean? Like the endurance of things and seeing how far this team could go, how long we can make it out, like when things get tough, like the type of team we're going to be.
After having some time in the new scheme, I mean, what do you like about the new scheme, and how do you think it's going to benefit the personnel here?
Yeah, I love it. It's new for me. First time we've ever really had this type of scheme, but I think we got the right guys for it. I love learning it. I think Coach, he's been teaching it to us great. Coach Manning, man, he's been like really like helping us the edges dive in deep and understand it. So yeah.
How does it fit your game, your particular game?
Yeah, I mean, for me, in high school, just coming from where I came from, I was 4-down scheme and stuff like that, and that's really where I excelled. And I'm just excited for something new. I like playing the edge. I really enjoy it. So.
What's the difference between a 3-man and a 4-man front, just in terms of what you do and what you're asked to do?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like less playing inside, more playing outside. 5 techniques, 6 techniques, 9 techniques. Rather than where we played in the past with 4 eyes, and sometimes I played inside last season. So for me, in terms of that, that's just like strictly just playing edge this year. So.
You and Anthony Jones are a couple of the older guys, but how determined do you see, Cade and Williams and those guys to really make that a deep unit? Yeah, I mean,
I love having it's a competitive room, and we all just push each other in the off season. We've been pushing each other in spring ball, but not only that, those are guys that want to learn, and they always asking questions and. Hey, Cam, how could I get better here? And things of that nature. So those are 2 guys that, I really enjoy working with.
How do you feel about Anthony Jones, somebody who's been all around the Big Ten and now is bringing his skills here? Yeah,
I love Ant. He's another older guy in the room, and we always have deep conversations about the type of room that we want to have, and how we could get better, how we could push each other. To be the best we can. So that's one thing I like about Ant. And, I just like the way he plays, too. I'm always yo, how do you do this? Asking him questions about his game so I could try to learn, too. So.
This will be your 4th year that you guys will be in the dorms for fall camp. I mean, have you learned kind of the ropes, staying over in Selleck for that week? And what are the benefits of that? And do you guys enjoy that as a team?
Yeah, I mean, staying in Selleck is just, you understand, it's time for camp. So it helps you get that to lock in and be we got ball ahead of us and getting ready. So I think for me, it's more of a mindset type of thing. And I genuinely think the guys enjoy it now. Because it's you're with each other all day long, and you finally go to the dorms, you walking back to the dorms together. So just helping that brotherhood aspect of things, just being with each other 24/7 basically.
Up until, about a month ago, this was going to be your final season. You knew that for sure. Now that's changed a little bit. Does that change your planning at all and how you go into your 4th year, which is now 4 of 5 instead of 4 of 4?
Yeah, I mean, I just haven't really been trying to let it cloud my thoughts. Just trying to get it to, when I get to that bridge, cross it then. But I mean, it's a blessing to have that extra year.
Why is it a blessing?
I mean, it's just the day and age of college football, and also just development. That's another year under Coach Rule, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else or without him. So.
What have you learned about Coach Orch through these last 6 months?
Yeah, I mean, for me, he's like a mad scientist. He's a genius. And I like his energy levels, like what he brings to practice. Great person to be around, and I'm always asking him questions. And for me, it's just like I think he's just a mad scientist. He's a genius. So
Where do you notice that the most? Like just the pure intelligence. Where do you see it most?
for me, it's the way he teaches it to you, and breaks it down for us. And sometimes he'll come in there with the edges and he'll break it down in a way that he sees it. And you be like, dang, like he knows what he's talking about and the way he breaks it down. So that in terms of like his teaching, I think he's a mad scientist and a genius that way.
Hey, when Matt Rule goes to Big Ten Media Days and he says we didn't come here to go 7-6, I'm sure you heard that. What
I'm
did
sorry,
you
can you say
think?
that again?
Matt Rule goes to Big Ten Media Days and he goes, "We didn't come here to go 7-6. We came here to compete for the CFP." How do you take that as a leader, and what do you think he means by that?
Yeah, I mean, he just set the standard, and like, we have goals as a team, and he says it, and we go out there and we do it. So for me, it's just him setting the standard.
I guess being a 4-year guy in this edge room, how have you kind of been a leader in that? Are you more to lead by example? Are you more vocal, holding them accountable in the summer workouts you guys did?
Yeah, I mean, so, being my 4th year, like I learned a lot from guys like Ty and Ash. They were older guys in the room when I was a freshman, sophomore. So just stepping up, and I learned a lot from them. Like this year, like I've definitely been a little more vocal. And a lot of guys come to me for, if they got questions and advice and stuff like that. And it's a privilege to be in the shoes I'm in. But yeah, definitely more vocal this year. So.
Yeah, you guys added Jeremiah Jones to the defensive line room. What do you see his potential being to help you guys out?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot learning, but the transition from being a receiver and a defensive end is kind of the same. Like, you're both going forward. So the transition won't be hard for him. But, I mean, he's a freak. You know what I mean? Like, he crazy, strong, fast, athletic guy. So I don't think it'll be a hard transition for him. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he does. And
Any other questions for Cam?
Thanks, Ken.
thank you, guys.
Cam.